Welcome to my Ninja Turtles channel. It's 9 p.m. in the Big Apple in New York City. And this is the Ninja Turtles show. How the shell are ya? How the shell are you doing? It's your weekly live stream every Turtle Tuesday covering Ninja Turtles news, toys, cartoons, movies, comics, video games, whatever the shell we want, and a whole lot more. Old turtles, new turtles, all that stuff. You know the drill. Slash the like button. Hit it with a katana tonight. Bang it with a bow staff. Hope you all are doing well. Type a T in the chat for turtles. T for turtles if you like the Ninja Turtles. Type a T. And I'm typing a T for thank you. Thank you for joining me, of course. It should be a fun little evening. We're talking about Reddit tonight. We're talking about the Ninja Turtles Reddit. Are you familiar with Reddit? It's a website. It's a forum. It's a forum where people can gather and talk about Ninja Turtles, and I really wouldn't care, except Reddit is one of the only public forums where you can go and talk about Ninja Turtles publicly, so it ends up reflecting on all Ninja Turtles fans. It sure is a website, says Eclectic. How you doing, Eclectic? JR24 Bonjour, Carlos, Stephen Murphy. Hello to everyone joining tonight, of course. Yashik, what is going on? The whole crew is here, so I wanted to say, of course, there's a lot of nice people, normal people on Reddit, but it is one of the only public forums for the Ninja Turtles, so it reflects on the fan base, and Redditors are a certain kind of people. You could say it's a little bit of an echo chamber. The whole Reddit site is an echo chamber, and of course the TMNT subreddit, that's like the TMNT forum on the website. It's a little bit of an echo chamber as well, and it kind of reflects on, it only really reflects one half of the fan base, at least it seems that way, and the Redditors, they've got a little bit of an attitude, and I gotta say, they don't represent the TMNT fan base well, I guess you could say. They don't represent the majority of TMNT fans, they only represent a certain portion of the TMNT fans, and I gotta say, they're kind of a turnoff to potential fans sometimes, I would say, and they're kind of misleading to the creators if they're trying to please them. It seems like Redditors, they're always up to something, and it looks like the Reddit TMNT, there's 116,000 members, but I checked earlier, and only 9 people were online. So it seems like a lot of people are interested in the Turtles, but they don't have a lot of engagement. There's not a lot actually going on. And I'd even say a fringe portion of the fan base scared away all the normal people, if you want to call them that. A fringe minority scared away all the normal people. And we talked about it last week a little bit, but they have a little bit of opinion censorship over there on the Reddit. They're kind of out of touch. Like I said, they're not the majority, and pandering to this group on the Reddit. They're Redditors. They're self-selected, and I feel like it's taken the TMNT down a weird path, and it's not a good path, if you ask me. And some of the recent releases, Mutants Unleashed, they don't disagree. No one really bought Mutants Unleashed. It's not being reviewed well. It seems like Tales of the TMNT wasn't really successful. And even the comic books for a few years were getting kind of negative reviews. They were getting kind of panned. The Mutant Town arc, the Sophie Campbell stuff was getting kind of panned critically. And it seems like they're just going down a weird path. Even, the race swaps, the pandering, it's a lot of political propaganda, I guess you could say. And maybe they're just putting more of a focus on that kind of stuff. And it really doesn't appeal to most people. It only appeals to a fringe small portion of the fans. So that's what I wanted to get to. JR24 says, most TMNT fans are normal people. I completely agree. And of course, I'm painting with a broad brush. I'm generalizing lots of people and people on the Reddit. And of course, there's lots of nice, normal people over there. But are you guys familiar with the bell curve? It just shows how things are distributed across a graph. The average opinions are there in the center, and then you have the extreme fringes on the left and right, and they're not as big. Well, let me pull this up, actually. So you have the bell curve, and you guys are familiar with this. It shows a distribution of opinions, or whatever, distribution of statistics, of data. So the taller the graph is in the center, that means more people. Like if there's short people and tall people, you have a fringe people on the far left that are very short. Most people are average height, and then there's a fringe people on the far right that are tall. You guys understand? So in the center, it's taller. That means more people. On the far ends of the spectrum, any spectrum, you're going to have less people. Just, taking the average of anything. So you get like 70% of the people in the center. There's a fringe on the left and right. Ugly people, attractive people. There's a spectrum. Whatever you want to think of it as. There's more people that are just kind of regular looking than super attractive or super ugly. Same with being smart. Most people are average intelligence. There's, some very dumb people, some very smart people, but most people are in the center. Bell curve. You guys are familiar with this. There's even a political spectrum. Democrat to Republican, whatever you want to call it, liberal to conservative, even a conservative spectrum, political spectrum. But most people are kind of in the center, more or less. Left and right wing, whatever you want to call it. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Veronica. And even in the Ninja Turtles fan base, there's a spectrum of fans. And I just use these as examples. Rise of the TMNT versus the original Mirage comics. Let's say it's the spectrum. These could be really replaced with anything. It could be Mutant Mayhem to, something else. But it could be old fans to newer fans, people that became fans recently versus longer-term fans. However you want to dice it up. There's a spectrum of fans. And it feels like there has been a big push from just one side of the bell curve here that's taken over the Reddit. It seems like that far left, the rise of the TMNT far left side of the graph here has kind of taken over. They've kind of hijacked the Reddit. They've bended the rules. They participate in a little bit of, bullying, I guess you could say. And it's uninviting and it's undesirable. And I think it turns a lot of people away. So Antoine says, I'm just glad the election season is over with. Me too. I'd like to appeal to the people in the middle and just, have a something that appeals to the majority of people. And I feel like the Reddit recently hasn't been appealing to the majority of people. It seems like one extreme faction of the fan base, Redditors of a certain persuasion, they have kind of taken over, and it kind of makes it just unpalatable to be there. And these people really hate me, by the way. We talked about it last week. They posted my silly little political meme with the two girls, TMNT then versus TMNT now. We talked about it last week, and they really seem to hate me. I don't know. I think I kind of everyone kind of marches to the beat of the same drum over there. They all kind of have a hive mind, I guess you could say. They all kind of that when someone steps out of line, they get a little bit hysterical and dramatic, and they kind of bully them to conform. They kind of have this control over people. They want to limit the spectrum of opinions that you're allowed to have over there, it seems. So it seems like they were upset with me. And like I mentioned, they have a little bit of opinion censorship going on over there, and they're out of touch. So some of these people were just delusional. They're crazy. We talked about it last week. I just wanted to share one quick comment before we get into the new thing that set them off. I made another tweet that set them off again on Reddit, but I just wanted to quickly get everyone up to speed on what's going on over there and just give a quick example of the stuff I'm talking about, how they're a little bit out of touch. So you guys just saw that picture, the meme I posted with the two girls, TMNT then, TMNT now. You saw the picture, it's a pretty standard meme, and someone responded, TMNT is built on representation, whether that be through race, sexuality, gender, whatever. If you look at the IDW comics, there is a main character who is an open lesbian with a girlfriend. To say that TMNT is woke now is stupid. TMNT has always been built on fighting fascism. So I posted a silly meme, TMNT then versus TMNT now, really just stating my opinion, stating a preference, maybe just kind of making an observation, if nothing else. It's really nothing even personal. Just kind of making an observation that, TMNT has changed, even in just the past few years. Compared Tales to Mutant Mayhem or Mutants Unleashed compared to Mutant Mayhem, I think it's on a downward trajectory the past few years. Mutant Mayhem was pretty good. It was okay. Tales of the TMNT was not as good. It was less good than Mutant Mayhem. It was less good than the movie. And then Mutants Unleashed has flopped. It's bombed. So I was just saying there's a downward trajectory recently. And this person responds with, TMNT has always been built on fighting fascism. So I made a simple meme post, and suddenly this person's talking about fascism. And also, I really just don't even understand what they're talking about. TMNT is built on representation? What does that even mean? The two guys that created the Ninja Turtles, Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman, they were kind of just making fun of comics and creating their own little characters, and they were just kind of silly and tongue-in-cheek, mocking and simultaneously celebrating the comic book industry, comics like Ronin and stuff like that. But it seems like TMNT is just a story about brotherhood, action, adventure, comedy, martial arts. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's about fighting fascism to me. Is Shredder a fascist? I don't understand that. It seems like whenever these people just don't like something or they think it's bad, they call it fascism. If it's not white supremacy, it's fascism. They kind of just use that as like a blanket term for things I don't like. So I posted a silly meme comparing TMNT then, TMNT now. And they posted this long kind of weird rant about race and sexuality and gender. And then they posted a picture of a Ninja Turtle punching Hitler. So apparently and then they get violent. You know what I mean? Someone has a disagreement. Someone has a different opinion. And then they kind of threaten this weird, subtle, weird violence. And everyone's a Nazi and everyone's a fascist and a bigot and KKK. It's Ninja Turtles, you know, so they're just a little bit intense over there. That's what I'm getting at. The Redditors are intense, and they give the Ninja Turtles fan base a bad look, and they aren't representative of the fan base as a whole, and I think they're a little bit of a turnoff, and they should maybe tone it down, is maybe what I'm getting at here, or maybe they should, the silent majority should kind of speak up instead of, getting overwhelmed with them. And they're a loud, persuasive minority, but as Stephen Murphy says, they're going too far with it. I agree. So certain things are allowed over there and certain things are not. You can post like Lolly. You can post like Casey Jones kissing Donatello and, Splinter kissing Baron Draxum. And you can post pictures of Ninja Turtles punching Trump and punching President Trump and, weird violent political stuff. And it only goes one way. So that's that first thing. And like I said, 9 people online out of 116,000 members, they're turning people off. So last week, we talked about that little meme I posted, TMNT now versus TMNT then. So TMNT then versus TMNT now. Eclectic says, I don't think the image was meant to threaten you. I think it's supposed to be an example of how the TMNT is about fighting fascism. Yeah, I think so. It was kind of a 2-for-1. I've seen that image used before as a little bit of about fighting fascism and also other things. So, so 9 people online out of 116,000 members. I know what you're saying though. So it's a little bit of an echo chamber. And I tweeted something again at my TMNT channel on Twitter. Last week I tweeted something, that little meme had upset them, and I tweeted something again. And the Redditors were upset. They came out of the woodwork. They were going nuts. They don't know how to take a joke. They want to kill me because I'm not nice enough. It seems like a paradox to me. They want to exclude me because I'm not inclusive enough. They want to bully me because they think I'm a bully. So it's a little bit confusing. But I posted a silly meme about April O'Neil. New April O'Neil figure looks great. And I posted a picture of the Mutants Unleashed game with a picture of the Gorilla toy, implying that Mutant Mayhem, Tales of the TMNT April, is ugly. And they wrote, he must be stopped. So they are not even for dissenting opinions. They can't even handle a silly, obvious joke, frankly. I'm comparing one person to a gorilla. I'm saying she's ugly. I said it. A lot of people said it, frankly. But it's an off-color joke. I'll give you that. It is a rude joke, but a joke nonetheless. And he must be stopped. They take it very seriously over there. They're very serious. They take their memes very seriously on the TMNT Reddit. And of course, it is a little bit of a rude meme to say a person looks like a gorilla, a person looks like an animal. But of course, Ninja Turtles, people get mutated all the time. People say they look like animals all the time. And over there on the Reddit, they're angry, they're hateful. They claim I'm hateful, but I made a silly little meme. I'm talking about a fictional character. And they're going to be, slinging things at me. Maybe that fighting fascism picture earlier wasn't about me, but they're definitely saying things responding to this that are about me. They call me a lot of names over there. They're tattletales over there. They're trying to organize some sort of mass reporting campaign. They're violent. And it's just a little bit weird. And so a lot of the complaints did say that, yes, it's racist, but I'm comparing her looks. I wasn't comparing all black people to monkeys or whatever. I'm not comparing all black people to gorillas. I'm comparing one person to a gorilla, and they took it there. There's nothing, I don't know. It is, I understand the touchy nature of it, the sensitive nature, but, I'm comparing one person. I'm not making any sort of broad statement, and they kind of took it that way. So, but I was not the only person who did not like April's design. When the movie came out, I sent out a poll on Twitter, and 3/4 of people said April's new design is bad. April's new design is bad. 3/4 of people. And I only had like 50 or 100 followers at this point. This was, I replied to a tweet that the official TMNT account had made. It was being promoted as an ad. It had millions of impressions. And so I was just like piggybacking off that. It wasn't my followers answering this poll. It was the people they were advertising to. It was random strangers. So whoever saw the ad saw the poll, and 1,100 people responded, and 3/4 of them said they didn't like the new design. So I was not alone. 3/4 of the general public does not like that design, yet you are not allowed to criticize that design on the TMNT Reddit. They are stifling 3/4 of the general public. They are censoring 3/4 of the general public, and instead focusing on that 25% to please them. So I know it was a touchy thing to post, but you can't compare one person to, you can say someone looks like a crocodile. You can say someone looks like a hamster. Someone looks like a rat, but you can't compare one particular race to a particular animal. I'll compare anyone to anything. I don't know. I'm not coming from a hateful place. I don't have any sort of malice. I can make a joke like that because I'm not coming from a hateful place. I know that seems counterintuitive, and I know it's touchy and taboo and sensitive, and that's why I was making it. I was being provocative, but it was a joke. So they wrote here, unless mass reporting, I'm just going to go through a bunch of the comments, and they seem to fall under a few categories. They're angry, they're hateful, they're tattletales, they want to tell on me, they're violent, and they have this weird collective mindset. So first person says, unless mass reporting is an option, let's just agree to ignore him. So right off the bat, they're saying, let us just agree to ignore him. And I think that's strange. You're just one person. Who's us? And then the next person says, the more you publicly engage, the more attention he gets. That's what he wants. Yeah, that's what most people are doing. So the next person says, I hate this MF. The amount of people on Facebook groups and on Instagram that have very similar takes to him are not uncommon. I've had to block so many people in this community because of this S. So apparently a lot of people have this opinion. Apparently it's not uncommon. But hey, Real Tijuana man, how's it going? Hey, Risa, how's it going? So this person hates me. I'm criticizing a fictional cartoon character, and the person is going to hate me personally because I'm making a silly joke. So next person says, y'all need to stop spreading this. I know you're supporting it, but it's better to just ignore it and report if possible. I know on Twitter that won't do much, but anywhere else. So they have this like a little bit of a hall monitor kind of attitude. A little bit of a hall monitor attitude. Hey, TMNT stuff. No news on the last Ronin movie. No news. No TMNT news really at all this week. That's why we're going into the, we're going into the TMNT drama this week. It's time for the drama. TMNT drama. Are you ready? Oh, sorry if that was loud. Didn't realize my air horn was so loud. But next person says, wow, that's abhorrently racist. Shame that whoever this waste of human DNA has tied to themselves to a franchise they clearly don't understand. I mean, wow, how awful a human can one be? So, I'm a waste of human DNA, but that's how it goes sometimes, I guess. Yeah, detention for me. Hey, S13, how's it going? Hey, Rock10. Next person says, he's so disgusting. Edit, I just want to say this has been downvoted quite a few times. So after they posted, he's so disgusting, they responded again to their own post. I just want to say this has been downvoted quite a few times. Some of you guys don't belong here. Your morals do not align with those of the Turtles. You aren't a real fan and you don't understand this sub. So they're even saying the Ninja Turtles wouldn't like you. Even the Ninja Turtles disagree with your morals if you're laughing at this. Hey, Cash Cruz, how's it going? I posted that I posted that the Mutants Unleashed April O'Neil. I posted jokingly that the Gorilla figure was the Mutants Unleashed April figure. So it was a controversial joke, but a joke nonetheless. Hey, Cat Yellow Ranger. So they're saying the Ninja Turtles don't even agree with me. Even the Ninja Turtles don't agree with me. Next person says, literal piece of S human. Sad that this is on Twitter. The muskrat won't do anything about racism, I wager. So this person compares Elon Musk to a rat. He says the muskrat. He's comparing a person to a rat. He's doing the same thing I'm doing. Apparently you're allowed to compare African Americans to muskrats, like Elon Musk. He's from South Africa. You can compare him to a rat, but I can't compare a fictional character, in a joking way. And I knew it was going to be provocative when I posted it. And they only had this up on the TMNT for a few hours. People were piling in there, hundreds of comments. Next person just said gross. There was 200 comments, so I only selected a few. And then the next person says, geez, this is like the opposite of what the Ninja Turtles would stand for. Just like those homophobic X-Men fans. And it seems like it was funny to me when people were saying, "Oh, the Ninja Turtles wouldn't like what you're doing." This funny meme with the Sonic fan, Sonic agrees with me, and their soy face saying, "Oh, Sonic agrees with me. Oh, you see these fictional characters agree with my politics." I just think it's a little bit silly. So they're soy facing over that. And I just think it's funny. It's a little bit sad. It really upsets me that they're so hurtful and angry. I think it's fun to have multiple opinions, and I'm open to chatting. I'm open to their different opinions. But they pretend like everyone feels the same way, and they just represent a small fringe minority, like I mentioned earlier. They're just that far left-hand portion of the bell curve. They don't represent the whole majority of fans. So moving right along. Hey, CG, you discovered me with that post. Great, thank you. Welcome. You should talk about DC. LMAO, it's much worse than TMNT. Yeah, I saw that they have like a trans Batgirl kind of thing going on or something. I saw that recently. But next post here. Hey, TMNT stuff. Is TMNT 90 coming back to Netflix? I am not sure. Maybe they spent all their money on that Tyson-Jake Paul fight. But so fan bases have these weird corners, and that's the way it goes. And I'm fine with them staying there in the weird corners, but I just don't want them to become the front man of the fan base and take over the fan base and hijack the TMNT Reddit. It's one of the few public-facing forums, other than the Technodrome forums, that represents Ninja Turtles fans, other than social media. But next person says, guy's a literal Nazi piece of ass masquerading as a TMNT fan for a living. His existence is his own punishment, in a way. Except we're being punished too, because he has to exist among us. It might not do anything, but everyone who has the time should report the post. Who knows? Maybe he'll get that slap on the wrist he deserves. So they are the hall monitor. They are the judge and jury, and my opinions, my joke is not allowed, and I'm a literal Nazi piece of ass. Literal Nazi. They think I'm over here I don't even understand what they think. It's just such a silly insult, and it's just so out of line. And I was just making fun of her looks. It wasn't really a racial thing. I was just saying she's ugly, and that was it was just, I saw the gorilla figure. I thought that's a pretty ugly figure, and I just went with it. It wasn't like some sort of mastermind plan I had. It wasn't some sort of eloquent social commentary. But yeah, Antoine says it wouldn't be so bad if they made her look more slim woman body type. Making her a fat black woman to me is insulting. It just wasn't an attractive design. I just thought they could have just done it a number of different ways. It was like they were going out of their way to make it like insultingly attractive or something. I don't know. But next comment, isn't this the same dip that compared Casey Jones to Kyle Rittenhouse? And yeah, that's me. I did make the Casey Jones as the original Kyle Rittenhouse video. There's a comic book where Casey Jones, accidentally or maybe purposefully takes someone out. So it's one of those kind of things. I made an edgy video. It's provocative. Other people, they just post every day, who's your favorite turtle? Which turtle would you choose? Describe this in one word. Agree or disagree? Who would win, Leo or Raph? Who's your favorite turtle? Rank your favorite turtle. Just every day. Just go through, rank every turtle, rank every version, just get it out of the way one day. It's engagement for me. I'm trying to post some more provocative stuff, but next person says, half this comment section of degenerates hyping the post up saying it's edgy comedic humor, take a joke, is exactly why guillotines should be brought back. So this person is saying, if you found the joke funny, if you found my comparing Mutants Unleashed April to the gorilla figure funny, you should have your head chopped off with a guillotine. They're saying you should die and be beheaded if you didn't find, they're saying you should be beheaded if you liked a joke. So I'm the bad person, but they want to kill me because I'm not nice enough. They want to kill you if you find something funny, but I'm the bad guy. So it's a little inverted over there. But, next comment, don't give dirtbags like that attention, block a report, what have you, but don't give losers engagement. Next guy just says, F this guy. So they're just attacking me. They're not being friendly. Next person says, stop amplifying this hate. Twitter is an awful place now. That's why we are here. And that sentence really sums it up to me. Twitter is an awful place. That's why we are here. We are better than those awful people. I feel good about myself because they're bad. It's a joke. People can laugh at it. And it seems like a lot of these people are just kind of saying it's bad and just to feel good about themselves. That's why we are here, because we're better. But next person says, yet another 87 stan. Upset he can't wink to April O'Neil anymore. And O'Neil is spelled wrong. So definitely it's a weird, perverted angle this guy took. And I'm not one of those people. I wouldn't say I'm an 87 stan. I would say the 2012 show is probably my favorite Ninja Turtle show. Provocative. And now I'm ranking. I was just making fun of people for ranking things. 2012 is probably the most fully fleshed out, fully thought out, fully formed, and executed show. But moving right along, so that strange people on Reddit is what I'm getting at. They have this weird collective mindset. That's why we are here. We are good people, and we are on Reddit. Okay, we just disagree. And they love this political propaganda stuff. It's we. You're one person on your phone. The next person says, if I ever met this guy in person, I'd beat the brakes off of him. So they're going right for a physical threat. If they meet me in person, they're going to fight me. They're going to beat me in person. Okay. Going straight to the violence. Not a good look. Going straight to the violence. So Redditors, it's an echo chamber. They have this attitude, smug, arrogant, pretentious attitude, like they know better than everyone. And they're not in the majority. They're wrong. A lot of the people on there are extremely far left politically. They all hate Trump, and they were all baffled by the recent election. I don't get into politics. I've never endorsed anyone. I don't really talk about that. But I think they've just been upset recently. They're touchy, and they're taking it out on me. So these people are out of touch is what I'm getting at. They're pretentious. It's loathsome, and they're hysterical and dramatic. But he must be stopped. So dramatic. Hey, TMNT stuff, do I want Judith Hoag to return for the last Ronin movie? No, I don't. I'd like new actors and new actresses. It might be interesting to have an older Judith Hoag, but I don't think that'd be for me. Time to move on. I thought maybe Stan was a reference from that Eminem song. Yeah, hit me back just to chat. It's your biggest fan. This is Stan. So, he must be stopped. New April O'Neil figure looks great. It's a silly meme. It's really a generic meme. Honestly, if they're so sensitive they can't handle that, that's a them problem. It's not a me problem. It's really not. So you can see there are 126 likes, 212 comments, and it was only up for a little bit. I had to like archive it and get the links and comments and stuff. But it was an attack. It was an attack on one fictional character. She's ugly. Everyone in this movie was ugly. It was a silly joke. Come on, she looks like an animal. That's all I'm saying. It was just I'm comparing a fictional character to a action figure. It's not the end of the world. They're acting like they're on some existential quest to save the world, to eradicate me off the world and save the planet. But some people did like it. A lot of people liked it. And even though they are stifled and they are censored, and even though they are ridiculed and bullied and attacked on the TMNT Reddit, many people liked it, and many people came to find me after that. And it was only up for a little bit. The fan base is starved for this type of stuff. It's funny. I'll make fun of anyone. People make fun of me. They say horrible things. That's the way it goes. One person says, okay, I know it's wrong, but please tell me it's not wrong that I was laughing a little. It's okay to laugh. Next person posted a little GIF, Ryan Gosling, and they said sorry. They were snickering. They were laughing. It's okay. Next person, and all these people got downvoted. I missed the old April. Downvoted. Why not just ignore him? Downvoted. Next person, haha, people, this is just a joke. You can't even understand this? Downvoted. Just for understanding it's a joke. Next person just says, ha, downvoted. And these are people, top 5% commenter. They're frequent commenters. Next person says, by the way, this person's name is Billy Titsfan 420. They say, stop being an SJW, a social justice warrior, dude. He just wants attention and you're giving it to him. If you grew up with the white redhead April TMNT fan, you should be mad for changing the character. He's a POS for being racist about it, but a lot of fans were upset about this interpretation of her. He took it too far. So, downvoted. -7 downvotes. He had a reasonable take, too. He just said, don't worry about it, and you should be upset. They did change it, and I did kind of express it in a provocative way, but I was offended when they changed the character. What about me getting offended? I was offended when they changed the character. How about that? And, so it seems like the insults and stuff only are allowed one way there. Even the moderation, the mods only moderate one way. they're mad at me for not being nice enough, and they're like being mean to me. So next person says, not saying I agree, but I don't understand making a character a different race for no reason. So this person agrees. They don't understand making a character a different race for no reason. Neither do I. Why'd they have to change the race? Next person says, I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't see why people get so hyped up to see race-swapped characters. People love seeing race-swapped characters. They love seeing a white character get removed and replaced. Next person, Shinobi Pizza, shout out, top 1% commenter. I did laugh my ass off, but holy S, dude. And they said, what? I can't laugh at a race joke. It's not like I agree with the guy. Kids these days get a sense of humor. -12 downvotes. They're getting downvoted. Really wasn't a race joke. It was more of an ugly joke, honestly. It was more of a misogynist kind of ugly chauvinist joke, if I have to classify it. But, I'm being silly. I'm being funny. Can't we have a laugh? Everyone else is just posting Leo versus Raph every day. Who's your favorite? What's your favorite design? Who would win? Which one's your favorite? What's the best? Can we get a little bit just more than that? I don't even care which way. But so they get downvoted into oblivion. Next person says, no, that's comedy. -19 downvotes. Next person says, it's a joke. Y'all too serious. -26 downvotes. They're saying, y'all too serious. You're not serious enough. We're over here saving the world, fighting racism. You're not serious enough about patrolling the TMNT subreddit. You need to get serious. That's what they're over there psyching each other up. I'm saving the world. So he must be stopped. It was a silly joke. They try and bully you into conforming over there. They try to bully you into agreeing, and many people laughed. They want to see more like this, and they agree. It got a positive response. It was a controversial response. It's funny. It's not from a hateful place. I have nothing against black people. I dislike that they made I dislike when they make April O'Neil black. I didn't like it in Rise either. I like black people. I don't dislike black people. I dislike when they make April black. That's it. And over in Reddit, they want you to fall in line. They want you to conform with the crowd. They have a hive mind thing going on over there. They'll call you racist, sexist, Nazi, bigot, fascist, transphobe. They'll call you a lot of names. They're really mean over there. They bully you into conforming. They're not so nice either. They talk about being inclusive. They're not very inclusive. You step out of line a little bit, they call you a Nazi. And ultimately, this post was so controversial. It was so controversial, the post was deleted. Sorry, this post was removed by Reddit's filters. I archived it, so I saved the comments and stuff. I saved the link. You aren't even allowed to say you dislike the April O'Neil race swap. They can make a creative change, and you aren't allowed to dislike it. They want to control your opinion. They want to control what you like and don't like, and if you disagree, they'll just remove you from the website. It's like you're not even there, and only their fraction of that bell curve we talked about earlier, only their fraction of the fan base, only their portion, that far left portion of the fan base, is being satisfied. If you're anywhere else in the center, in the majority portion, or on the right side of that chart of the spectrum, not political left and right, but it frequently lines up that way, but they will just remove you. They will delete you like you were never there. So Arisa says these people rolled a 1 on comprehension. S13 says, I dislike when they change established characters. Me too. What's the point? You end up giving into these people, and you end up with Josefina Bishop in Tales of the TMNT. Josefina Bishop. Ay, ay, ay. Dios mío. Me llamo Josefina Bishop. What is that character? It's a Latina? So, I don't know. But Daniel says, I didn't like the race swap when they did it to her in Rise, and I didn't like it when they tried it again with Mutant Mayhem. Yeah, I just don't know why they're trying to do that. Enzo says, 2003 over Mutant Mayhem. So that's my little story about the TMNT Reddit. How did the TMNT Reddit get so weird? It seems like a small portion of the fan base, a fraction of the fan base, dug their heels in. They bent the rules. They bullied people. They deleted people into conforming and into only representing their fraction of the bell curve chart. Their little 15% of the fringe opinions. They don't represent the majority. I showed you the chart earlier. 3/4 of people didn't like the Mutant Mayhem April design. And it's been a curse on this version of Turtles. Mutant Mayhem did okay, but each version past Mutant Mayhem has gotten worse and worse and lower reviews and less popular. Maybe people aren't even going to care when the sequel movie comes out in 2026. So who, Shredder, is Shredder going to be a black woman too? Are they going to race and gender swap Shredder in the sequel movie to Mutant Mayhem? How would you feel about that? What's too far for you? What if Shredder is a transgender, Filipino, mixed race, Eskimo, disabled? What if they go full insane with it? So I'm throwing it out there, and I am trying to be provocative. The people on Reddit make it seem like TMNT is exclusively a left-wing, Democrat, liberal kind of property. And I'm saying it's kind of for people that aren't even political. I don't even want it political. I just want regular, normal entertainment. So here are the rules on the Reddit, by the way. And the only one I think that I could have broken is be friendly. It kind of wasn't friendly to compare the fictional character to an action figure. It wasn't really friendly. I'll be honest, it wasn't a friendly meme. But the people weren't friendly to me and they didn't get banned. So how come only I get banned? No one's being friendly, but only I get banned? But, must be related to TMNT, self-promotion, NSFW content. They let the underage making out slide. They let the underage pictures of underage characters making out slide. That's NSFW if you ask me. Whatever that's called, with the little cartoons of Donatello making out with Casey Jones. But, they can be unfriendly to me, but I'm not allowed to make a joke about a fictional character. They can threaten me and call me names, but I can't make a joke about a fictional character. So it's been taken over. It's very lopsided. It doesn't represent the fan base. TMNT is not exclusively a left-wing kind of thing. TMNT has not always been political. Okay? TMNT has not always been woke. That's a new thing. The TMNT are not black-coded. April O'Neil was not originally black. Okay? All these standard things they love to say on Reddit. But Daniel says, these people need to realize that a lot of black people, including myself, don't like it when characters get race swapped to appease us. It just does come across as shallow pandering. And it really, hey, black people, you're so superficial. You need to see people that look like you on screen in order to enjoy something. We know you're that shallow that we threw in a fellow black person for you. It's strange, and I'm just kind of pointing out that it's strange, and I did it in a provocative way, but it turns out I'm the normal nice guy, and they're the weird people. They're the extreme people on the bell curve there. But, so, even the official TMNT account doesn't post on Twitter. They post on Threads, which is like a left-wing platform. I know the CEO of Nickelodeon is a left-wing guy. He was posting a bunch of Kamala Harris stuff, like girl dads for Kamala Harris. The CEO of Nickelodeon then hires, Seth Rogen, and then Bishop's a Latina, and then you get these Redditors. They kind of create this culture. They cultivate this lopsided culture where it leans one way, and they include stuff like race swaps to purge people that don't fall in line. They'll demoralize you. They'll make it so it's just not palatable for you. They'll do stuff to turn you off, including Jenica, the lesbian turtle in the comic books. Turns off a lot of people. They're going out for a certain type of fan. They're going out on a certain direction. But and they're alienating the bulk of the fans, making content that just appeals to a selective portion of appeal to everyone. Don't just appeal to a select few. So recently it seems like they hire the left-wing leadership hires left-wing creators to make left-wing content for left-wing fans. And it really is evident in the TMNT Reddit just how lopsided it is. And how it doesn't show the full spectrum of TMNT fan opinions. I don't want political content. I'm not saying I want right-wing TMNT content. It'd be so annoying. It's hey, let's go with our Patriot nunchucks, or I'm going to go get some Liberty pizza, whatever, with the MyPillow. But, I don't want that either. I don't want political content. I just want Ninja Turtles. And right now it's just like they only make left-wing content. It's annoying. And like I said, the people have been very sad on Reddit since Kamala lost. They're quitting Twitter in droves. Because there's no censorship there. They have the censorship still on Reddit, but they don't have that on Twitter. They're quitting in droves. And like I said, the TMNT account doesn't even post on Twitter. They only post on Threads to less people. They're willing to walk away from posting to a larger group of people. They're willing to walk away from money to post on Threads instead of Twitter. So if they can't, take the censorship angle and kind of control the platform, control the rules of the platform like they control the rules on Reddit, they pout and they take their ball home and they don't even want to play. I don't want political content, but it's like these people are on the fringe on the TMNT Reddit. No one agrees with you. No one likes you. You're wrong. It's just annoying. appeal to normal people like me. The weird thing is they make me out like I'm some sort of outlier. I'm closer to the average target potential audience. I'm the target demographic. I'm like the average fan. They should be appealing to me instead of the fringe people on the Reddit. So that's it. What a crazy wrap up it is today. What a story. Can we get a T in the chat? T for turtles. Wow. T for thank you for all joining me. Let's get a few comments here real fast. Let's get some comments. Let's scroll back up through the comments. I've been rambling for a little bit. I've been going on a little ramble here. Stephen Murphy says it's ridiculous. Rock 10 says they're doing the Rock 10 says they're doing the race swap thing on the Naruto crossover too. Yeah, I saw that. Between the Naruto fan base and that version of April O'Neil, that might be the most stolen comic book of the year. It's got potential. Stephen Murphy says it's ridiculous. JR24 says 1984 is still alive and well today. S13, surprised IDW got the license for Naruto. Arisa would start laughing at gender-swapped trans Shredder. It just seems like the message is getting louder than the story. They're just focused on the message and the political stuff instead of that. But so that's my little rant, how the TMNT was hijacked and was taken over. How the TMNT Reddit, the night before Christmas, and all through the house, how the TMNT Reddit was hijacked. Is this a good title for the video? How the TMNT Reddit got so weird? I was thinking how the TMNT Reddit was hijacked, or how the TMNT Reddit was taken over. I don't know. And I like trying new things to an extent, but these people are just they're very dismissive. They say, oh, this isn't for you. This isn't for you. This isn't for you. And they're kicking people out. That's why only 9 people, 116,000 people have joined, but 9 people are online. It's not for you. It's not for you. They say, okay, I'm leaving. Hijacked by activists. That's what I would say. Maybe they're not the real fans. They say I'm not a real fan. Maybe they're not the real fans. And the censorship over there is silly. So what can we do? Am I just blackpilling here? No. Speak up. You're the majority. Downvote them. Post things to express yourself. They don't like me. The bell curve again, they want to pretend that it's just people in their far left side of the chart here on their end of the spectrum. They want to pretend like it's just everyone that agrees with them over there and forget everyone else. But just remind them that spectrum, it goes further than they think. And I'm trying to stretch that spectrum as well. I'm trying to say things to stretch it even further away from them, trying to open that window a little bit further of acceptable opinions and stuff like that. TMNT Stuff says, when do you think the Last Ronin movie will come out? I'm not sure if it will. It might never come out. Who knows? It might be 2028, 2030, 2027, 29. Who knows? But TMNT is not on a good trajectory right now, if you ask me. It's in declining relevance. The 40th anniversary is ending. And if you ask me, they're tanking the franchise. Mutants Unleashed had 45 people playing it at its peak, which is a very bad showing. So, I'm just trying to expand the spectrum of acceptable opinions. You could say whatever you want. Feel free to express yourself. People like Tato Ruzu and we are taking the slings. We're taking the arrows in the back, so you have the room to say what you like about that. A lot of people didn't like that version of April O'Neil, and they were scared to express themselves because they were going to get called racist. They include stuff like that in movies and TV shows. They include a race swap character, so anyone that dislikes it, they can say, you're racist. If you give our program a negative review, we're going to ruin your life and label you a bad person. And it's just, they use it as a cudgel. They don't really believe that way. So just, you know what? You're going to call me a racist? Okay. What, gotcha. Okay. Got me. Whatever. They use a lot of words over there. They call you a lot of names, and they just lose their effectiveness after a while. You're going to call me a fascist? I'm a Ninja Turtles channel. I'm talking about Ninja Turtles here. You're going to call me a fascist? All right. Okay. I'm a fascist. All right. Whatever. I don't care. Call me whatever you want. Because their opinion, their word means nothing. They can call me whatever they want. They're just calling names to lash out and attack me. They don't really mean it. I know they don't really mean it. Some of them thought it was funny. They just want to appear virtuous. They want to appear good to their friends over there on the far left of the Ninja Turtles fan spectrum here. So what can you say? I don't view them as my enemy. I think it's interesting. They have different views. Some of them are bizarre, but I want them to be able to say them. But, what can you do? What can you do? There's ups and downs. That's how it is. Diverse fan base. That's how it goes. Sometimes you get stuff you like. Sometimes you get a program that really speaks to you like The Last Ronin, and sometimes you get a program that doesn't speak to you like Tales of the TMNT. That's the ups and downs of being a Ninja Turtles fan. It's bittersweet. I guess you could say life at best is bittersweet. And now it's time for tea. That's the end of the news portion of the show. Wow. That was a little bit of a monologue. I wanted to go on a monologue about the TMNT Reddit. I'm trying to deep dive into one topic at a time here. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you. And now we can just relax a little bit. I opened the window. I cracked the window, and now we can just kind of relax and have our tea. We can just relax and hang out. Just the crew hanging out. I'm typing a T for all of you. T for thank you. T for tea time. I'm having oolong tea. And it's hot. Crack the window. It's rainy out there. It's a fall night. New York City. Hey, Mage and Hex, how's it going? So TMNT Reddit, little silly. And I really wouldn't care. I want them to do whatever they want, but it's like one of the few only public-facing TMNT forums, and it reflects on the entire fan base, and I don't think it's the best representation. They need to go to Blue Sky, says S13. I think they might feel happier over there. Cash Groove says, I can't wait to see the Amazon story about the gay, crippled Black King of England. Yeah, the completely historically accurate story. They're rewriting history. What's up with that? Passion Fruit Tea for S13. Cinnamon Apple for Cash Cruz. TMNT stuff. Do I like TMNT 3? Yes, I do. It's probably the worst of those original 3 movies. But it has its charm. It's kind of like a original comic book brought to live action. So am I out of line? Is my take? Was my April O'Neil looks like Gorilla action figure joke? Am I too far out of line? Sometimes you have to cross the line to know where it is. Now you guys can feel open to making. You can make any joke you want now. I've opened it up for you guys too. Just seems like they want this such a narrow, selective appeal over on that TMNT Reddit, and I just feel like they're missing out on the majority of fans and the majority of people. And I didn't mean any. If I really was hateful and I really had a hate-filled guy, I wouldn't make a silly joke like that. I mean, I wouldn't make a joke like that at all. It's obviously tongue-in-cheek. I mean, I'm just saying she's ugly. It's not the end of the world. But, and there are many, by the way, many attractive black women out there. If April was like fine, I would have never really, it just would have been a different situation. Tataruzu, your mean tweet made me cry. Now you must be stopped. I know. Hey, and I'm a sensitive guy too. Honestly, I understand my tweet hurt their feelings and they didn't like reading it. I don't like reading their comments. Frankly, their comments hurt my feelings. I have feelings too. You read 30,000 comments like that, it hits a little bit differently, but it still hurts every time. I get a nice comment, it feels kind of nice. I buy into it. You're not supposed to buy into it. I buy into it all. I'm all over the place. You tell me my videos are great. Oh, thank you. So flattering. And then they give me a mean comment. Oh, you hurt my feelings. I can't control it. I'm a sensitive guy. I'm an emotional guy. So they hurt my feelings. I hurt their feelings. And it just seems like they want to make it seem like everyone agrees, everyone is on the same page, and everyone isn't on the same page as them. And frankly, the recent election proved it. They're all diehard, anti-Trump people, and Trump won. So literally the majority of the country is not with them. The majority of the country is not on the same page as them. And I'm not even making this like a political thing, but just like it's a correlation, and I'm not a political guy. I didn't endorse anyone. I'm just talking about the results of the election. They're not the majority. And I think they're struggling with that recently. These TMNT subreddit people, they're struggling with the fact that they're not the moral majority and they're not the popular ones. I think they're struggling with that fact recently. I don't want political entertainment, but they apparently do. So who knows? Who knows? I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings. I really didn't want to. Let's have a joke, make a joke. So, And I gotta say, out of all the jokes I've heard, this is a pretty tame one. Hey, Do Straighten, how's it going? Daniel says, at the end of the day, she's a fictional character. Those people don't know how to tell what's real and what's not. Yeah. And I don't really mean anything bad by it. I'm just horsing around, so. When will TMNT come back to theaters? I don't know. Came back for the 30th anniversary in 2020 during the pandemic. Hey, Yashik. If someone's feelings got hurt, they are not ninjas. Yeah, I'm questioning their fandom. They say I'm not a fan. I say they're not a fan. Yeah, I'm questioning your fandom. They're not being inclusive to me. Well, I guess that's it. I think I've said it all. But a lot of that stuff over there, not normal behavior. Thinking TMNT is built on fighting fascism, that is not normal behavior. Newsflash! Saying TMNT is built on fighting fascism, that is not normal behavior. Newsflash! Breaking news! This is not normal behavior. Saying it's about fascism, not normal! Yeah, so that's the breaking news flash. He must be stopped. Yeah. Like I'm some sort of evil dictator or something. I'm a tyrant. So, and the thing is, there's a lot of people that agree with me, even though I take it too far sometimes. Some people think I don't take it far enough. So that's about it. I've said it all. Perhaps I've said too much. What can I say? Perhaps it all. I think I may have said, according to the TMT subreddit, I've said too much, but I don't care. Check out Ninja Turtles videos throughout the week. I'm going to be taking next week off for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I'm taking next week off from the live stream. I may release an uploaded video sometime next week or later this week. I'm still working on Are the TMNT Black Coded? Are the TMNT Black Coded, a video I'm working on, but I'm taking the live stream off next week. No live stream next Turtle Tuesday. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm so thankful you guys joined me throughout the year. I love talking Ninja Turtles with you guys. I'm so happy I found like-minded people and get to chat about something I enjoy so much. I wanted to wish happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I may even have, let me see, I might even have, do I have a graphic? Oh no, it's Shaq. I thought I had a turkey graphic. Wanted to wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving. I'm so thankful we get to chat Ninja Turtles and hang out. It's a lot of fun, for better or worse. Good memes, bad memes. What can you do? Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. No live show next week, but I might be uploading some videos. I might do a Marilyn Manson TMNT edit also. I heard this old Marilyn Manson song. It goes hard. So, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Majin Hex, S13, Daniel, Veronica, Cash Cruz, Do Straighten, TMNT Stuff, Arisa, Tato Ruzu, Stephen Murphy. Hope you're doing well. Like I said, hope the dog feels better soon. We're all thinking about you. We're all sending love to Stephen Murphy and his dog. Tato Ruzu. Bonjour to JR24. And merci beaucoup, Yashik, of course. Thank you guys for joining me. Did everybody get a shout out? Do straight. Not everyone has the same opinions, though. I agree, and they're allowed to express themselves, and so am I. Fire King 762. Is this my friend Fire Rises from Twitter? Fire Rises recently became a father, so we're sending a lot of love and congratulations to Fire Rises too, if that's you, my new friend from Twitter, if that's you. We're sending congrats to you, Fire King 762. Room for everyone, room for all opinions in the Ninja Turtles fan base. I think there's room to grow the pie. You're all welcome here, even if we disagree. We're allowed to disagree. We should disagree. You're all welcome here, even if we disagree. Whether let's say you love race swap paper, you're welcome here too. You guys are all welcome, and happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I'm thankful for all of you. I think that's it. I've said it all. Perhaps I've said too much. I think there's just one thing left to say. Isn't that right? There's just one thing left to say. We've said it all. Pizza slices in the chat. Tea in the chat for Turtles. Thank you all. Happy Thanksgiving. See you in a couple weeks. Cowabunga! Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment and share this video. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Ninja Turtles videos like this.